Most athletes are destroying their bounce without realizing it. They hit legs hard one day, then maybe they jump a few days later and wonder why their legs feel heavy, they feel flat, or still have tightness and soreness. Or maybe they do something worse. They lift super hard the day before, then jump the next. Please never do this. So here's the thing, your best jumps don't happen while training hard. They happen after your body has recovered from it. So today I'm breaking down the training strategy that'll blow up your bounce without wrecking your body. And it's the same one we use with all our JumpX athletes, to make sure they feel fresh, explosive, and have more consistent bounce week to week. It sounds simple, but it's one of the biggest mistakes I see athletes make. Most tubers and jumpers train like every session has their life dependent on it. They hit legs 2 to 3 times a week hard and maybe jump twice and then throw in some sprints too. And then they wonder why their vertical hasn't moved in months. But don't worry, man, that was me too. I was jumping twice a week while destroying legs 2 to 3 times a week. And I couldn't figure out why I felt slower and I wasn't jumping higher. So I thought maybe it was my genetics or that I needed to do more plyos. But the truth is simple. I was just never giving my body enough time to adapt. Your nervous system is like your phone battery. Heavy training drains it and explosive movement drains it too. So if you never let it charge back to 100%, you'll never reach your true jumping potential. And this is how you can get stuck. Hopefully you know what I mean. Speaking of being stuck, check out our free jump profile performance test below. If your vertical's stuck right now, I think it'll help you a lot. Anyways, once I had that big realization, I started spacing my hardest strength and power sessions further away from when I wanted to jump my highest. Not just 1 or 2 days away, but 5 to 7 days away. That gave my body enough time to recover and adapt and almost go through a mini peak again. So I would hit my big lower body strength and power lift earlier in the week. So any sort of sprinting, squatting, deadlifting, heavy calf raises, anything that's very taxing on the nervous system. Then I would spend the next 5 to 7 days taking it a little easier, doing a lower volume jump day, and depending on the training cycle, doing another lower body lift that was less intense. And by the time it got to Saturday, which was my main dedicated jump day, I would feel springy again. Not at my absolute peak, but around 95% of my peak. And my legs would feel like they had power and pop without that super heavy, slow feeling. All of our JumpX coaching athletes say the same thing. So after this change, that's when I started hitting vert PRs again. Here's the science behind it and here's why it works. Heavy lifting, power work, and speed work, they create fatigue in your nervous system that can last for several days, especially if you aren't training like a bitch. You might feel fine in your day-to-day life after 48 hours and not really notice anything, but jumping is a more sensitive metric, so any underlying fatigue that's going on, it'll immediately show when you go to jump. So your ability to produce max force fast will temporarily go down during this period, and that's called neural fatigue. Some of this can be more localized too, which happens over a shorter time span, so that's where soreness can go away more quickly. But the main thing we're looking at here is neural fatigue, and if you jump before that clears expecting to jump high, you're literally testing your vertical with the brakes half on. And most athletes never see their true athletic potential because they're always training in that weird zone where they're never fully recovered and constantly pushing, so their true performance is always hidden. So spacing your hardest training session of the week far enough from your jump days gives your nervous system the opportunity to fully adapt and recover. And that's when your hard work can turn into real power. Here's what that looks like in a week. So Monday would be your hard lower body strength and power workout. So anything that's super hard and is going to be the hardest thing for the week, you would put then. Tuesday, I typically like to make for our athletes a rest day or an upper body day depending on their training cycle and schedule. Wednesday, an easier jump day if they don't have any injuries or pain. Thursday would be lower body accessory work. There's nothing too crazy hard that they can recover from before their jump session on Saturday. And then Saturday would be the main big jump day with max energy, max intent, and max outputs. Now, not everyone is on this exact schedule and can be on this exact schedule, but I just wanted to give you guys a practical example. You're not exactly doing less work or training more like a bitch. You're just timing things far more effectively and taking a far smarter approach. And that's how you train like an athlete and not a gym bro lifter. Alright, so if you want to jump higher without breaking your body down, stop trying to stack too many intense days close together. The human body can handle a lot, but it just can't peak your vertical all the time. So as a general rule of thumb, train harder earlier in the week and start to slow that down midweek and then go harder again towards the end when it's your main jump day. That's how you give your nervous system time to rest without it constantly playing catch up. And this applies to everyone, whether you're chasing your first dunk or trying to keep your bounce alive in your 30s and 40s. And to be honest, you need to take this more seriously the older you get as recovery does start to slow down a little bit. So guys, you don't need more effort all of the time. You just need to train smarter and do it with better timing. So go away and try it. Move your hardest lower body day to the start of the week and give your body real time to rest and recover before your next big jump day. You'll feel lighter, more explosive, and feel healthier than you have in years without adding any extra exercises or all this extra bullshit. That's how you take a sustainable approach to jump training. By the way, remember to check out the free performance test below. If you've been stuck for a while and you want to figure out why, I think it'll help you a lot. But I hope this video helped you anyways, and I'll catch you in the next one.